I'm not saying we're going down this road, but because of all the Kendrick and
Yeah.
Drake stuff, I saw there was a video of Kai Cenat listening to Not Like Us, and he started hitting the. Remember how we used to be on the pod, and like jokers would start throwing up, you know what I mean, and be like, hey, don't be false claiming out here. Let me hear you say OV. It was a little girl. I saw a video. A little girl said, "I want to hear OV Ho."
Yeah.
And the daddy said, "That's what you want to hear?" And he played the song, and she was on the floor breakdancing.
Fam, I have so many. What's going on, Steve?
I have so many. Shout to the chat. I mean,
so many insightful and not insightful. Like I have the insight, but like would incite riot type. Like my takes here. There are too many people who didn't care about hip hop 2 months ago commenting on what the culture needs. Dear you, hey, dear homeboy, if you are using the word culture in your think piece or your think tweet, you are probably not thinking. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like most of y'all opinions on this thing. Everybody wrong.
I love it.
Y'all are exhausted. Like for real, like. Oh, well, all right, if you start with, I like Drake, the truth is, you don't, right? Which is fine.
Which is fine. It is fine.
But say it, right?
Yeah, be real about it. Be real about it.
Like, you came in with a bias. Look, if you came to the game with your goddamn Cowboy game jersey on, root for the Cowboys.
Facts.
I'm all with you.
Facts.
However, don't come in here with you tucking in your Cowboy jersey, but you got a neutral field jersey. It's just one of them FUBU Platinum jerseys on over top of it. No, I want everybody to win. However, I thought that he was at a deficit from the beginning because, all right, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in the nature of hip hop, when it was Tupac, shut up, that wasn't a regular beat. You still like it's a lot
of it's bad. Yeah, a lot of that's bad.
So many uninformed opinions about this thing. Like, yo, the culture. All right, yo. When I start hearing cultural reference and it's so good for hip hop, no, it's not. It's not. I'm bored with y'all. I'm bored. I'm sorry.
No, because everybody. The problem is you get bored because there's not a lot of like varying takes. You're either on the camp. You're either in Drake's camp, and you're trying to poke holes and show where there's falsehoods and everything going on, or you believe Kendrick totally wiped Aubrey Graham off the map. Like it's. And they spend their conversations just trying to defend that point. That's all it is.
Yeah, 100%.
It's frustrating.
100%. It's funny because the funny part is this is very clear what happened here. But y'all wrong. Y'all be wrong. All right, let me start with Drake lost.
Right.
Drake lost. But this comment here. He didn't get whipped. It wasn't you niggas acting like the scoreboard was this to this. No.
Yeah, it wasn't. It's not unanimous at all. It wasn't a 10-8 or anything like that at all.
But it's clear because of strategy. He did a thing. He did the thing that we've never seen before. The goddamn 7-second comeback. Nigga dropped because Drake might have dropped what is the best diss record of this joint.
With Family Matters?
Right. Mm-hmm. But what happened after that, the counter to that, was where the nigga lost.
Yes.
Clear. When the nigga came back, it was so he neutralized the nigga best punch. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I feel like that's where the nigga lost at. He, you know what I mean? He dropped a very, very good diss record.
Yeah, it was a strong record. And Family Matters is a strong record.
He countered it perfectly. Like on the video game, if you press the button at the right time, you knock the nigga out. Like that's what that was. That That was dropping Ether on Jay-Z's birthday. Like that was
right.
the thing that you know what I'm saying? So yes, caught an L. And then people like then I like the hippity hop dudes, right? The hippity hop dudes that I usually rock with. So first, like the battle rap fans, right?
Oh boy.
Exactly.
Oh boy.
Battle rap fans, let me say this now. Y'all might not like it, but y'all been a little bit corny for a few years. And the reason why I say that is y'all have been in these battles, especially in the building. Like y'all have been jumping punchline. Oh, before the actual punchline. Like y'all been
right. Gassing it.
100%.
Super gas.
Gas. It all gas. All right, fine. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Then they like, well, see, in the battle culture, most of y'all niggas, 98% of battle rappers don't make good songs.
Right, they can't make a Not Like Us. They can't make a Family Matters. Like, they not doing that.
No, you niggas can't make, so y'all shut up too, right? You be like, yeah, if I had took the angle, I would have took the angle like this, and in the second round, no.
Right.
These are songs. You niggas can't make songs. Let's keep it one thou wow. Y'all can't make songs with the exception of one or two guys, and I don't like their songs neither. So that is not what you do. But right. You even go to one of the most lyrical niggas in the history of rap battles. Cannabis, right?
Right.
We've heard, slippery saliva make my delivery tighter than native need my outmaneuver Russian make fighters. None of that was in second round knockout.
No, not at all.
None of that. He didn't even Cannabis, who made an amazing diss record, didn't make he didn't do that when it was time to get in the ring with the nigga that keep calling himself the GOAT.
He kept it straight to pen to pad and let's dissect you lyrically. Yeah.
Listen, when you're in what the battle arena is, it ain't who's the most lyrical, nigga. You are playing the dozens,
right? You
know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say, well, I hit my cousin the other day. I think with the when he said when Drake said Kendrick is rapping like he's trying to free the slaves, which I thought was very funny. However, that was the equivalent of Jay-Z's "What you trying to acknowledge?" Like, it's the same, but like it did this. It served the same. You can see those parallels here.
Well, and then the thing is, the line after, he immediately was calling him a fake activist or whatever. So like it made sense, but it's one of those lines that I think because with Drake, in my former jobs, we've done posts where it was like the best lines from the album to use on Instagram. Like people will listen to his music for those one-liners, for that type of stuff. And when you hear something that sounds off, they're immediately gonna be like, "Free the slaves," man. And that turns into a totally, different narrative on its own. I think the funniest part about all of this, if you haven't, share any unpopular opinions about Kendrick and Drake in the chat, please.
I really want to hear this. But really quick, peeps.
Go ahead.
Kendrick was never quiet. He's been taking direct shots at Aubrey Graham for years. They've been ping pong for years. He was never quiet. I've been Kendrick. I mean, he got mad that the other two niggas went on a play date and he wasn't. He was actually invited. He just didn't want to go.
There was I forget the name of the song on the Black Panther soundtrack. It's the song that played. When the movie ends and they do like the fake or like they actually give you the title of the movie before they do the credits or whatever.
All the stars. All the light, something like that.
All the stars or something like that. There's lines in there about him saying, "Don't give me no fake congratulations" or whatever, which are direct lines to the problem has been. See, and this is the thing with battle rap. And I mean, I know I'm old and I know this is how we did it in the 90s or whatever, but like we grew up with NWA and Cube and Common and all this stuff, and we were like becoming adults when Eminem and Fifth, like we've been through decades of battle, so we understand when the gloves is off and people are really there's like certain rules that get thrown out the window. The problem's been since 2013, since that Control verse, a lot of this has been so subliminal that if you're not paying attention, you don't know what's going on. And then when someone's like, nah, like if you ask somebody where this beef started from, and I told you, you'd have to go back to the issues with, and it's not even Pusha T and Lil Wayne. There's a Pharrell, a Neptune's Payment with Cash Money that is like the nucleus of where a lot of this stuff starts from. And there's been lines that have been thrown out. A lot of it's been subliminals, but you gotta be following the rap conversation to pay attention. So when I say all this to say, when we get to a time like now, where like everybody's saying meet the grams, that's so disturbing, I can't listen to that no more. It's like I've heard some disturbing shit in professional rap beefs. Like it's sometimes the gloves is off, especially when you're Kendrick Lamar and you're basically making an EP with like 4 different ways of dissing somebody, the last one being a damn near Billboard chart topping single. We'll see what happens next week. Like there's levels to this beef and battle shit, and I think that's the thing, fam. I think a lot of the world like loves Drake, but they don't love rap enough to know what beef and battling is. So they're new to a lot of this, and that's why we're getting like not just bad opinions, but like an overabundance of just terrible takes and tweets and thoughts about some like very good hip hop. I don't want to say sparring. Sparring feels like it's downplayed.
This is a full fight.
They are throwing, whole up. They're at least throwing uppercuts. I don't know if they all land, but they're going for it with this one.
So, Cal, you see, Kofi question here. For the audio folks, it says question for him. This is Erky. This time limit stuff. I know. No one asked Ice-T to respond to Kumo DNLL within 2 months or what. We got time limits now? No, we don't have time limits now.
Right.
And this is the problem. It be the dude. These are the people that are making the circle at 3:00 after school when the actual fighters are fighting, and they do this, throw the punch.
Yeah, hit him in his face.
And you're not fighting.
Right.
Shut up.
Right.
God dang, Ether came out in late summer, early fall. December 4th is when Ether came out.
Right.
Takeover
with the album, fall. Yeah.
And then Ether came out on Jay-Z's birthday, December 4th.
Yeah.
So the two things there ain't no time limits, and when they say it's more than rap, it's also more than raps. Right? It is delivery and how you do it and when you do it. And that's why what Kendrick did with having that extra disc in the tuck,
ready.
It was a perfect counterpunch. It was Floyd Mayweather level shoulder roll. You know what I mean?
It was what?
It was mad.
But that was one thing. So I was. I guess Joe Budden and they find I don't listen to Joe Budden, but I wanted to listen to this episode because I know how he gets with Drake specifically. Yeah, well, and I want to see.
Lucky it ain't HBCU season and they graduating.
I've been seeing a lot of that. I've been seeing a lot of that comment too. The HBCU band season has been a.
They gonna step to that next fall.
You already know. You already know it. The way people are tweeting, they better be learning it now.
Bring the 69 boys back.
But yeah, the sub dissing is not where it's at. And that's the thing. I like where it's casual Monday. Sometimes a Buffy come out. But there was always the thing with the time limit was funny because people when Drake dropped. Remember, we were waiting for cheesesteaks and we were basically telling the squad, oh, did y'all hear that Kendrick had a verse that was dissing everybody? Piece of DDM. When that dropped, that's when the internet says, oh, XYZ has a time limit.
On the clock.
You're on the clock. Oh, it's been 7 days. It's been 2 weeks, whatever the case may be. The funny thing is, because I think Drake made a reference, and I'm pretty sure J. Cole also made a reference about like how long it takes Kendrick to write verses. And I think, as shouts to DDM, the gag, I think, was while Kendrick was on the clock and people were trying to figure out what he was doing, he was not writing a diss. He was writing an EP.
This is.
He was waiting for Mustard on the beat, ho. Like, he was waiting to get these things. So when a Family Matters drops, she's like, oh, pop, pop. Like, it's because it's 5D chess that he's playing. It's not just regular rapper bullshit. I'm sorry. It is chaos.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed. So
Vin
Vin says you had the best take of the week, DDM. Read all of this this rap ham.
Oh yeah.
Indeed.
I mean, no, I said that at the end of the day, Drake will be fine.
Yes.
Yes. The public has very short memories. This is not 2002.
God, fuck him up.
Oh, you got
Drake better hit. He better have a hit. His next, whatever he drops next, it's got to be a banger.
It just got to be good enough.
Freaky ass nigga, you a 6'9" god.
Yeah. It just got to be good enough.
A minor. Yeah, that was the one. The problem is whoever hadn't been paying attention, that was because you could see people like, wait, what?
Yeah, fuck.
You talking about kids?
That's another thing. Niggas want to believe something.
Well, hey.
I just think that we're overestimating to a certain degree, and I don't identify with Drake artistically. I don't identify with him personally, right? He's not my kind of guy.
Right.
However, I do think we are overestimating, well, some people are overestimating Kendrick's real influence to a certain degree as far as being able to knock Drake out.
Well, yeah. I mean,
it's because they saw the guy that they wanted to get knocked out lose clearly.
Right.
And they called it a knockout. It's over. He did. The nigga
they was in the club dancing to that shit early.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's nice. Mm-hmm. That's nice. But I live in reality.
Talk about it.
The reality is this. And I said this on social media. I said Kendrick is Drake is the Met Gala. Kendrick is the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York. And those are two different things. The Met Gala is flashy, it's popular, it's pop.
Hey Vaughn, you're being weird in our chat, sir. At this point.
Yeah, that's. I know that was a line, but I mean, I don't like that one.
Well, I'm not opposed.
You do it too much.
I don't like that. I don't like what he said there.
But it's very it's two different types of artists. I think as far as when you look at consistency, right? There's two different types of consistency. Mm-hmm. Kendrick has artistic consistency, but Drake has product consistency. And when I say that, meaning that Drake produces product on a regular basis and he feeds his fan base.
I'm with you.
Even though the argument could be that it's not artistically consistent,
it's still product.
Exactly. Yeah. Whereas Kendrick does give you a full-fledged body of work with a point of view.
Right.
Consistently.
Right.
The issue is you don't consistently get that. Kendrick still operates like it's 1995. Which isn't a bad thing.
Yeah, correct.
That's a good
correct.
Thing.
Because when he comes out, there is cohesion. There is a project, and he has 3 albums that are at least have an argument for classic.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when you get a singles artist like Drake, you don't get any classic albums.
Right.
But that's debatable.
Wait.
No Drake classic album is debatable.
Yeah,
I think
because
and go ahead.
No. Get your shit off, Met Gala.
The reason why I say
that was a ball. That was a hard ass ball.
I was informed, and because I had this discourse on my social media channels, specifically on Facebook, and I asked the question. I said, what is Drake's classic album? Does he have any? Let me know. And I got a general consensus. I got a lot of responses. Mm-hmm. And the general consensus was people cited So Far Gone. They cited
Does that count?
That's the mixtape?
That's not the only one that they cited though.
No. It shouldn't be the only one that they cited.
On that one before you move on.
Do
you think that one counts?
That's what a mixtape, right?
Yeah,
mixtape.
That was the tape though. Like I think that was the one that really.
That was it.
That was successful. Was on that Best I Ever Had. Was on like that was big. That had some big tracks on it.
That was they added that.
Well, yeah, after the fact, but I mean, at that point, once So Far Gone came out, like that was the one.
Now he was gone.
Yeah,
literally, yeah.
I think we have to look at what we say. We may say because that's a mixtape, that's not a classic, but it is a body of work with original music.
Yeah, I say if you rapping over other niggas beats, no, but if it just doesn't have an official label stamp, I would say it probably doesn't count.
Listen,
but in this era, what is a label?
Correct, which is
very
this young lady. This is no major label.
Yeah, my team.
This is Gamma T's. I think this is her own shit. So in 2024, what is a label?
Fam.
And a label does not constitute it being official because there are a lot of independent artists with cult classic records who did not put them out on majors.
Right.
No, So Far Gone is a classic for sure.
Gamma's there.
I don't know if people
I don't know. I'm just saying. I think it ain't a major.
4BAT signed the Gamma. I'm sorry.
What were the other projects that they were saying were classic?
Good question.
What's the one? I think somebody said Take Care, but I wasn't sure.
Everybody's gonna say Take Care.
And other one was the not Views, but it was the other one.
Definitely wasn't.
If you're reading this, it's already too late.
If you're reading this, it's too late.
Yeah.
I like that album. I like a lot of that album. I should say
that album is also the album.
Trapper Drake.
No. But the reason why that is because that's the album.
Somebody else's pen was
the
on.
asterisk on Drake is because.
It was a lot of Quentin Miller, a lot of Party Next Door, yeah.
But that's all of the albums.
But I think that like, especially if we're on the subject of beef, that was the main conversation in the Meek Mill shit, and if you want to talk about like one of the first times people were like questioning Drake, it was because of the Quentin Miller Association.
Can I ask you a question?
And AKW said that Gamma is a major, so I stand corrected.
Yeah.
What's it under?
Gamma is
big artist.
No, Gamma currently has, because they've recently started signing people. They were founded in 2023 by former Apple executive Larry Jackson. Currently, based on Wikipedia, currently signed to Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross. I know Usher is signed because that album was on there.
These are all partnerships.
Sexy Red, French Montana, Jaden and Willow Smith, and that 4BAT. His project dropped on Gamma.
None of these people, except for 4BAT, needs a label.
No, facts. Well, and 4BAT was supposed to be OVO, but
his record came out on OVO. Right?
There was a remix, but Drake was being, and that's been the thing with Drake because he hasn't had the classic albums, but he's been doing a lot of work. One of the things he does is and I don't want to sound like I'm hating, but he's very good at noticing people who are about to pop, and he'll say, "Yo, you're dope. Let me remix your song." It's what he did with Versace. There's arguments. People say people didn't know who the Migos was until the Versace remix. I don't believe that, but a lot of people do say that. But he did a remix of that 4BAT song,
did that shit with,
Dated 8 or whatever. What happened?
With Future.
He did it with a lot of people. There's a lot of people that
the same thing. He do the same thing consistently with artists that Jay-Z did with Lil Chris with The Whisper.
Facts.
Right? He take that style for a little bit, get busy with it. You can have it back, but I'm a win and make these hit records with it.
And that's the problem though, because like,
go ahead, do your thing.
Because that's what happened with that dude McConan. Like he had the club going up on Tuesday record, and he signed with OVO. I didn't realize he had like 10 projects that he had to take offline when he signed with OVO. But then when he signed with OVO, they realized, yo, Tuesday may have been the only record, and they wasn't letting him release nothing. So they ended up beefing because he wasn't able to do nothing. I say that to say, Four Bats probably recognize all the stuff and say, hey, we could get a remix off, but let me put my project out with the Apple dude.
I mean, but the reality is this. I don't blame Drake for that, because we have had enough experience at this point in the music business to know that not to sign with artists.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And that's just the reality. I think the only artist, one of the few who put out artists and his artists actually had varying degrees of success was Ludacris.
Wait.
DTP, DTP, they've had success. They had success.
Wait, Drake who?
Party is with.
I mean, yeah, right? I'm not disputing that.
But
when you are an artist, you are taking a chance.
Absolutely.
When you're signing with another artist, because I'm gonna tell you, that is the Hunger Games, and an artist is always gonna be an artist first. They're always gonna have that itch. It's never gonna go away.
I think the difference. What you were gonna say, Cal?
I'm trying to figure out which one of the songs on Party Next Door 4 is your favorite.
The last one,
yeah, is because a lot of people are not rocking with that party music like they should.
What's his name? What is that shit called? Can you run off the records?
The records. You want me to name off the singles? Her Old Friends, Resentment,
nah,
Real Woman.
It's chill. Some chill or some
chill. No chill.
That shit is hard.
I'm gonna have to check.
This is hard. And so you have,
smart, don't he?
You have you have those. I think when you fall under somebody like Drake, you got the opportunity to write for him, and
I think that's what you're doing.
Eat off of that,
right?
But also, too, you got to understand the psychology of the person that you're working with, and I think that is. Did he freeze?
No. I was.
What had happened for people who are watching? What had happened was Math's mic muted randomly, but he self-stopped so he could unpause.
It looked like he glitched,
but because he stopped, DDM said, "Oh, boom!" That's what happened.
I know. I mean, I thought you was done or you froze or something.
Right.
But,
right.
The thing is, when it comes to artists in general, they always going to have that itch. And you gotta understand that when you sign with them. And we're all playing a guessing game right now. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think that Drake is not doing anything differently than artists of yesteryear. Like you pointed out, he's not doing anything different than Jay-Z. Rick James was on tour with Prince before Prince blew.
Yeah,
everybody
and they was beefing.
Exactly. Everybody can identify their successor and or replacement. Right. That is in the DNA of an artist. It's the Hunger Games. It's competition.
Facts.
The ones who survive. Missy was also always good at this too, as well. If you notice, her records always had whoever was the hottest new thing on there.
Mm-hmm.
She always had those people on there. She had great relationships. That's called relationship building. That's called surviving. That's called extending the career of your life in this business, which hip hop is a very cannibalistic and selfish industry.
But Missy's also an artist that can pull it out of thin air too.
Yeah.
Like Missy's one of the outlier niggas that can.
True. I'm not disputing that, but she also aligned herself with whoever was that person at that time. 50 Cent made How to Rob and dissed her ass in it. She didn't give a fuck. She had him on the Work It remix. So that's just a part of the game. I think the issue with Drake is that now people are looking at Drake as an outsider.
But he is.
They're looking at him as, but this is also, this is who you signed up for, though. It's not like he just came here.
I'm going to tell you why he's an outsider.
Why?
Because he separated himself from that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about it.
So now y'all care about that stuff?
No, wait.
Y'all haven't
never
been
cared about that shit. But he's definitely outside of this shit.
What do you mean? I'm
elaborate, please.
Yeah, I need you to actually.
So you got cats that will who in hip hop is do you see him going back and helping for the sake of helping?
This is the Hunger Games.
Oh.
No rapper helps.
Hold on.
M does. M does it. And
Eminem is a white man with privilege where he can do that. It is different.
He has
the only person of that level that does do it. But keep going.
You see cats. It's a lot of people who go back. For instance, let me say this. We just had a discussion about Nas and Ghostface Killah.
Mm-hmm.
Nas signs Ghostface Killah, gets on Ghostface Killah's record, and puts out Ghostface Killah's album.
Yeah.
That's hip hop type shit. Nas
Facts.
goes on, and I don't want to harp on Nas. Nas goes out.
Sound like Black Rasslin
with the Dave East shit. mentions Dave East. Dave East gets signed off of that.
Facts.
You really see J. Cole, a young J. Cole says, "Yo, I let Nas down." Mm-hmm. Nas gets on the remix of that. This ain't for this. This isn't to
Nas be on the Khaled records.
I don't want to say it's to
Cole discovered Kendrick.
I don't want to say it's to get Nas to blow or to keep Nas relevant because he's not relevant in none of these circles.
Right. You muttered.
What I'm saying makes sense.
I feel you.
You got somebody that's going to go down there, bring somebody else up, and continue to help these without snaking them. From how I see it.
I think these are outliers. I don't think these are the rules.
So
no shade. It's easy to do that when you old and you don't see
that really sound like Black Rasslin.
So let's say you have West Side Gun.
Talk about it.
Who got shine off of somebody's style? Let's say Wu-Tang. Let's say Ghostface. Let's say Rock Moss. Went back. Got the shot off his style and then put them on.
All of them.
And then put on all his people and then put on people he thought was dope on his records.
Right.
And then they ended up going out and shining somewhere else.
My seeds grow with his seeds, marry his seeds.
Hip hop shit.
Yeah.
It's also
they're not separated from. You see what I'm saying? Dude, I hope what I'm saying makes sense.
What you're saying makes sense. What's your cousin about to say?
However, it is the exception, not the rule. Also,
wait.
Hold on. Also, there are a lot of folks who extend their hands later on because they trying to figure it out. And so when they reach out to a West Side early, like a lot of these artists did, West and them bought a lot of niggas back, and I don't know if they get credit for that either.
I don't think they do.
That's a different conversation. It's true. That's
a different conversation. Yeah.
Go ahead, cuz.
I don't mean to kind of cut you off or rush you, cuz, but I don't know if it's. I see a lot more niggas from when we was kids. Granted, they're older,
right?
Doing that, but that's hip hop.
Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate the super chat.
That's what hip hop is. That's hip hop shit. This is why you had mixtapes. That's what that was.
Fact.
He don't come from that.
Jam Master Jay was doing that with 50 Cent. He was let me put my nigga on.
So if you have a guy that's this big, who came from we saw him rise up through the ranks. We saw him compared to so-and-so. We saw them compared to so-and-so. We have people that say, yo, this is so and so's son.
Right.
He ate off of this style. This is so and so style. I just saw a TikTok talking about this shit. Oh, this shit sounds like Fonte.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, both these niggas need to send Fonte a Christmas card. I mean, a Father's Day card next month. Both these niggas. And Cole.
But you get, like, I don't see anybody reaching back in, and I'm not saying that that's what you have to do, but the inside of hip hop thing would be, yo, what Nas is doing when he says, yo, Ghost, sign on here, we gonna put you out. I'm gonna hop on a single. That's he's not gonna do that.
The thing is what the stuff. I'm sorry, DDM. The stuff that you're saying
DDM, is talk your shit.
The stuff that you're saying is hip hop. The other side of hip hop
is business.
No, the other side of hip hop is snaking niggas. Whether it's Jay-Z having to stab a motherfucker over some bootlegs, or somebody jacking Tony D beats to make the song, or something like that shit always happen as well. Whether it's corporate, whether it's underground, whatever.
So we gotta
steal somebody's girl. I'm sorry.
I talked about this a long time ago. Is that like at a certain point, Nas and Jay-Z went like this, right? Where Jay-Z became beholden to his success. So now Jay-Z couldn't remember at the beginning we was getting a primo record every album, right? Mm-hmm. And then Jay-Z became Jay-Z, and then it was no more. Can we get no more primo? Can we? It was he became more than what he became beholden to that success. So I can't go and make that hip hop project. Because if I don't do as well on the new album as I did with the last album, the word is I'm washed up. While Nas made albums that didn't have the same success, but had artistic license and he more so he made art than tried to make hits. So he never became a slave to the success, and he could always make the music he wanted to, which is why that this new part of Nas's career, these last 6 albums have been amazing because he could just make the music he wants. Facts. And as much of it as he wants. There's no Magic 2 didn't do the numbers that the Magic 1 did. He don't care. Yeah. As long as these are good albums and niggas rock with it, he can make that and he don't have to worry about niggas talking numbers. So you make these cookie cutter songs when you are like, okay, that hit, so now I have to make something that sounds like this to be successful. You don't get as much artistic freedom when you are beholden to the success that niggas like Jay-Z and Drake have
that's
been locked into.
Famous speaking facts. Shouts out to Justin.
I'm gonna say this one thing.
Mm-hmm.
As a person, and I'm not the biggest artist. Some of y'all that watch this podcast may not even know I'm an artist.
Stop it.
But keeping it real, like one thing about me, I always know where I stand on the chessboard.
And about the city of Baltimore.
I just seen him on the side of a motherfucking mega bus.
But that's my picture. That's not my music. So I gotta keep it real with myself.
It's your celebrity, the city of Baltimore. Right.
But here's the thing. It is easy to make what you want. What I don't want to discount is that it takes a certain skill level to be able to consistently deliver hits that a mass audience will like. Right. And the reason why I say that is this, and I'm going to use graphic design as an example.
Okay.
When you go to a graphic designer, you tell them what you want. It's very few graphic designers who can execute your vision at a high level at a consistent basis.
True.
Because the artists in them and a lot of these graphic designers and musicians and producers is going to inject what they like and what they want, which that's not a bad thing. But I do not want to discount the ability to be able to consistently deliver at a high level records or art that has mass appeal, because if it was that easy, then we would have everybody selling 1 million records, and it's not. It's not easy to write a bunch of commercial jingles. It is not. It's the reason why Luther Vandross wrote commercial jingles and sang jingles for 10 years, because he could do it at that level and it kept him eating. So by the time he got able to make the records that he wants, now he's in a position to do that. Sometimes you got to do what you don't want to do, or what's not your favorite, to do what you want to do. Everybody wants to do what they want to do. For those saying that Jay-Z's catalog is not as good as Nas, let me challenge you to do this. Could Nas make a record that had changed clothes on it and then give you a lore, which sounds like the soundtrack to Carlito's Way on the same album? He really isn't able to do that often at a high level. Jay-Z can give you a top 10 Billboard record and give you an artistic record. And he can do it at a consistent level. I'm not talking about one time. I'm talking about at a consistent level.
Hey, Dap, this is my one question. Does money negate? No, I don't want to say negate. If you have a lot of money, isn't it easier for you to start reeling out the hits, because you can hire these specific people to do this, and then
it's still got to be good though.
Exactly.
But if you have all of the best people, what's the probability of you getting a hit out of that?
The probability of you getting a hit can be higher. However, we haven't gotten an album from Rihanna since 2016.
It's been a minute.
I don't know if Rihanna is a good, what's his name though, that, because she also has.
Well, no, she's exactly what you're talking about, because she has the money. When you listen to her records, it has Calvin Harris, it has Max Martin, it has the best production and writing that you can buy.
No, what I was gonna say was her second. She has her hands over here. I don't know if music is still a priority.
It's not. At this point for her, it's not. I think there was a time for Rihanna because they were talking about some random reggae album that she was working on, but Fenty blew up, and I think as Fenty blew up, that album shit was kind of like, we got other stuff to worry about. Then she's got babies and everything.
Ain't no money in music.
There's no money. Well, you know who?
If you're doing music right now, I'm gonna tell you real shit. If you are indie and doing music, you're doing it because you love it.
It's the passion.
Unless you are an industry, let's put this into perspective here.
Yes, please do.
Taylor Swift is the only artist doing those type of numbers.
Right.
That is the reality, and I don't like her.
It used to be Eminem used to be in that lane for a second, but he fell off. And
you notice that, let me explain something, because people have this misconception about fan bases and sales.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
First of all, and this is why I get mad when people compare Beyonce to Taylor Swift. Black people are only 13% of the population in the United States. That is statistically a fact.
Right.
Okay, that is why when elections happen, we decide a lot of these elections when we go out and force, because we tip the scale.
Right, exactly.
Okay, Latino people only represent in the United States between 5 to 8% of the population.
Salute.
So, of course, a white girl with blonde hair, blue eyes, red lipstick with pop songs is going to be able to go triple platinum in a week once she got enough steam behind her.
Right.
That is the reality.
You know who the one person that kind of breaks through all this is, and that does rap music is Drake. I mean, if you want to talk about somebody who has the backing, but can also, because again, like I said earlier,
One sec, Cal. Hey, man, can you read this for me?
Nah.
Why not? Peace.
No, it's not. That ain't
Peace.
peace. But yeah,
I know it's not peace, but peace.
nah. Shout out to Cuz. What's up, Cuz? What you doing in here, nigga?
We talking about this shit. Nah, I think the thing is while Drake does soak up a lot of style from these UK cats and these Atlanta cats and all these people, he ends up turning that into something. Like more life. You say what you will about some of these projects, but he goes in with a theme and he kind of figures out that theme, and at some point he gonna get a hit. And think about this.
I had to write it, and that's
nobody
cool.
cares.
But
think
says
Whitney Houston wasn't a great
not,
artist because she didn't write her song.
I wasn't talking like that.
But
That's
think
how
about
you took it. I was saying he gonna find somebody to write because none of the hits is coming from rap.
not no more now
But none of the hits on the radio are straight rap songs
at all.
which might be his fault. Might be his
he's
fault.
part of it,
Right?
which means it's Fonte's fault then, right?
Probably. As long as Drake sent that Father's Day card, you know what I mean?
Facts. Yeah, it's a couple months.
Cole, all y'all send that goddamn Father's Day card down North Carolina every year.
Make a compilation EP.
Right together.
All y'all.
A singing record is gonna be fire. Go copy. It's gonna be fire. That's what I like to hear that sometimes. I don't like to hear the rapping.
I love it. I love the diabolical rap.
Joints. Because
I love it.
Shorty upstairs, he likes both of these guys, and he does the thing where he brings me records to impress me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he
knows car rides is fun.
Oh yeah. And so every once in a while, all right, Shorty, here, take the phone. You got the aux, right? And he know I'm gonna take the aux if he plays something trash.
I've heard it twice.
And when he get in his bag, we were coming from a Wizards game.
Rap.
This is
they
rap.
be rapping.
I say
who be
all of them.
We coming from seeing Wemby. We seen Wembanyama beat on the Wizards, right? And we gave the young boys the aux. So they playing these records, and my brother-in-law hates Drake, right?
Mm.
He can't rap at all. I said, I don't know. And they started playing them records, and I said, I don't know. He was like, we'll play another one. And they played another one. And they played very good rapping Drake records. A lot of them were very petty. Because
it's very much subliminal diss. I'm in my bag sipping on the most expensive champagne Drake, but that's what he. I heard it. I was in the car with this because Brother Fam will say if it's and if it's something that the three adults in the car ain't rocking with, hey,
sorry,
boop. Boop. But then if it's some J. Cole, if it's some a B-side Drake, whatever the case may be, but the boy know about that rap.
I don't want to say he can't rap because he can. He can rap for sure. I just don't want to hear him rapping.
And that's fine. Yeah, that's
okay.
fine.
And this has been my point the entire time. I don't care who niggas say lost or won or it's a home run. Listen, but tell the truth. A lot of these niggas start their arguments with, I like the boy, but no, you don't. Everything niggas say before but is usually nonsense. It don't matter, and it's probably a lie. No disrespect, but I'm about to be disrespectful.
You can't say he can't rap. I just don't. I'm not gonna put him in those. Styles P said something, and he was like, "Yo, we talking if we having a, huh?"
He also started with, "I like Drake." Keep going.
Well, shit, never mind.
They was sitting in there, and because we've all seen Maul yelling at the podcast, right? We've all seen this all week.
OVO Maul.
And the funny part is, you know who also has been on the other side of Maul, and like the exact opposite of Maul was Peter Rosenberg, right?
Mm-hmm.
He has been waving the Kendrick flag since all of this begun.
He's always been
waving the Kendrick flag. Yes, 100%. They are on the same number line, the equal distance from zero, just the other side.
Yeah.
Just say, hey, as far as I go, hey, just say you don't like, that's all y'all got to do. That's all y'all, you know what I mean? Oh, I think he was coach of, no, just say you don't like, just say it.
I don't
That's
think
you, nigga.
I don't think when you sit down and say like, this nigga can't rap, I think that's ridiculous. Like when I heard Maul say he can, I don't know too many people who's out rapping Kendrick Lamar. Like when we talk about
rap,
bars, when we talking about structuring bars and linking words and shit like that, I don't know too many people.
No, so triple entendres, nigga.
When I see people talking about, this is he's getting out rapped. Nah, bro.
No, well that's uninformed.
It's not as palatable. How he's delivering it isn't as palatable, or you don't like the way he's giving it to you. But he's not getting out rapped.
Can I shoot him?
Yes.
Who?
Maul is out here think he talking about his friend. Like I really think like Maul is out here like, and I think Peter Rosenberg same thing. I think they out here thinking they talking about their buddy.
The funny thing is Maul and academics hate each other, but they sound the exact same in this beef. They might as well be the John Cena and Batista. We don't like each other tag team trying to fight for these titles.
Look at this.
No, well, I was gonna say I started this conversation by saying I wasn't trying to talk about this. Well, because I
can play all of the Kendrick records, by the way. We should have did it.
I was thinking about that earlier today. I was thinking about that.
It would have been okay.
Yep.
It's just funny because this will be the third time we talked about this beef, but the first time niggas was talking to me like, yeah, shut up. Don't nobody care about that shit. Ain't nobody worrying about this battle at all. Yeah, and what did I say? All right. All right. Let's wait till the records drop. Wait till they not like us. They not like us. They not like us. See? You see?
Fuck them up.
They was playing it in the club. Rick Ross was on Instagram story and told the DJ to stop the record.
Rick Ross got somebody else's teeth in his mouth. I don't know if I'm listening to it.